Another big point of improvement was an integration, and it was our long-term time dream to integrate Rigor with OpenInvoice and Cortex. And that happened last month, and we are really extremely happy about this integration. And I'd like to invite Chris Hamilton, Sales and Marketing from EnterMyInvoice.com, and he will explain how his system works with Rigor and how it helped to integrate Rigor and OpenInvoice and Cortex. Chris.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it, and we're really excited about our partnership that we have with Rigor. And just to go into this, it's very high level. So as Michael alluded to, we have built an integration directly into Rigor, and the reason being is because we understand that a lot of Rigor's clients are dealing with OpenInvoice and Cortex, and it is a bit of a pain in the you-know-what to be able to enter that invoice data into OpenInvoice and Cortex and also attach any of the relevant supporting documents. So our solution with Rigor gets around all that. So what we do is it's a relatively easy process, and we'll show you a video here in a couple of seconds in regards to this. What a user of our platform does is they email a sales invoice out of Rigor into EnterMyInvoice. And from there, and it's in a PDF format, or in XML, sorry, or PDF is what our system will take. From there, what you do is you will log on to your instance of Cortex or OpenInvoice, and then what you can do is just validate. So in Cortex, you would go into the drafts folder, validate that the information is there, and then click submit. In OpenInvoice, you would just simply go in, and you can also validate and submit or directly submit into the platform. And from there, it's basically done. So what we've seen is some companies that are taking 20, 30 minutes sometimes to create the information into OpenInvoice and Cortex are now doing it simply by just emailing information in, and it's done within 30 seconds or less. So what we're going to do, there's a quick little demo here that we're going to run that will show our system in action. And I'm going to let the guys step in here and run this.
This is a quick demo just to show you how we get documents submitted into Cortex and OpenInvoice. You get a unique email address assigned for that client. They send in a PDF and XML comes out, and it just gets emailed into our system. And in about 2 minutes, that's going to show up into Cortex here. Okay, and I'll just quickly show you the XML file that was inside that was you. Okay, so I'm just going to open up that file. Okay, and so the invoice number is going to be this that gets pushed into Cortex. Okay, and then so we'll go back to our platform, refresh the screen. Okay, refresh the screen. Okay, and there's the new document that's been sent to us, and it says it's already been delivered. So I'm going to go to Cortex and go refresh. And there's the invoice right there. Okay, there's the PDF, and there's all our line items. And then the client, all they need to do is scroll down, go validate and submit, because we push it into the draft section, and that's it. This is a quick demo. Demo just to show you.
So the benefits of using our platform is really there's no integration required. We use artificial intelligence to extract information from the PDFs, or we manipulate XML data. That might be over some people's heads, but long story short, we deliver it. We eliminate the manual entry into the Cortex workbench and OpenInvoice, which saves a lot of labor time. So once again, we've seen companies where they're spending a full day doing their invoice normally, and we've got it down to about 20 minutes. massive time savings and resources can be deployed elsewhere in an organization. We reduce the time by eliminating a lot of the double entry. We can attach the field tickets. And one thing that we look at is usually 1 in every 80 keystrokes is an error for on companies. This will get rid of the keystroke errors as we're extracting data directly from a PDF or an XML. You have faster invoice turnaround times, which means you get paid faster. And what we've seen is a significant return on investment. Typically, it's starting at about 200 to 300% return on investment using our system. And our system is a monthly pay-as-you-go. There's no contracts, and there is no integration fee set up for this one as well. So it's relatively easy to get up and running with our platform.
Yeah. So the integration process in Rigor is very simple. So we just put the initial setup and put the unique email address for Cortex and OpenInvoice, set up channel for the exchange schedule. So it could be once in a day, or it could be once in a week, depends on what kind of company needs are. And after that, we build a Cortex client list and OpenInvoice client list. So it will be separate invoices depending on what kind of system the client use, and the rest is just submit invoices. It's pretty simple. From EMI implementation integration process, it's a different setup.
Yeah. So from our standpoint, the setup is we register you as a new user on either Cortex or OpenInvoice. We walk through a process with you where we're mapping out your invoices into our platform. We obviously will generate an email address specifically for your Rigor instance. We test run it with OpenInvoice. We'll also do it with Cortex. And we also probationary run with one buyer and add other buyers in as well.
Yeah, from Rigor requirements, it will require a Rigor plan license, the enterprise, and additional modules like email notification and reporting, EMI integration, and attachments, optional. Because one of the options could be add a number of attachments to the one file to support everything.